But I'm sure a lot of those will probably be covered in the whatever you guys talk about as far as year in review.
This is not a test. There is no need for panic. Do not be alarmed.
Oh my God!
No, God!
The off-track Syndicate is now controlling this frequency.
They can't close us down. We're pirates.
They will find a way. Governments loathe people being free.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. Accused of cultural appropriation. Yes, even by radio pirates. Millions of social media community standard violations. They dare to stand for the Constitution, liberty, freedom, faith, and your right to have a good time. Grab your drink and have a seat. Or don't. You are moments away from the greatest entertainment $20 can buy you downtown. The Off-Track Syndicate is on now.
I like it when I go into a fast food restaurant and they're out of lettuce.
Let us pray.
It's like it's lettuce if you're from like Quebec or some shit. I don't know.
Was the lettuce full of the salmonellas and recalled again, or what's going on here?
No, there's just some jackass named Henry. Of course he's from Florida, right? I mean, why wouldn't he be?
Florida man.
Florida man. Yep. I mean, really, who gets this? Okay, so let me back up here. Set the scene. Guy goes in to his Checkers, his fast food kind of restaurant, you know, Florida.
Yeah, Rallies, Checkers.
Right. He orders the least popular sandwich on the menu, and they told him they were out of lettuce. Guy goes off. Gets
Really? It
Yeah.
wasn't a fancy restaurant. It was just a
Checkers. Yeah, you know.
Over lettuce.
It's been a minute since I ate Checkers, but it's not a horrible place to go, right? It's a nice.
No, they have pretty good burgers. They're on the list.
I love
They're on my list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're on the good list.
Yeah.
They're in probably top 10.
Well, he got so pissed off that he started beating up the restaurant, literally. Beating on the windows, screaming, you know, the cops came. He refused to give them their identity. He was arrested for lettuce.
Huh.
I mean, I can understand it if they're out of... Well, no, I really can't understand it. Doesn't matter if they're out of anything, but...
Is there anything that they could have been out of that you would then beat up the restaurant?
My change?
I got to tell you, last year I went to, I think it was Juana's. I really wanted a Reuben, and they were out of sauerkraut.
Who's this Reuben guy? You really like that guy, huh?
I do, but I think that was a big deal. I think missing sauerkraut on a Reuben was bad, but I could live without lettuce on my burger.
I don't think you're going to be beating up the place, right?
I almost did.
You think they had a run on Reubens or something that they ran out of? I mean, that just seems like
it was at Juana's too, Sean.
What?
Yeah, they
Juana?
apologized. I mean, it was off season when I was down there, but I don't.
Juana's Reubens to die for.
Well, not without the sauerkraut.
Yeah, you don't want to die for it. I mean, this guy was bad enough. I think this guy needs some anger management classes of something. I mean, lettuce.
Antidepressant, maybe.
I mean, he could have did the the maybe the thoughtful thing and said, hey, you want me to run over here to the grocery store and get you a bag of shredded lettuce so y'all I mean,
we don't look. Okay,
No, you want
now
a
you
blanket
pissed
of
me
lettuce.
I do not like restaurants who put shredded lettuce on a freaking sandwich
Why?
because it's cheap.
Are you a gay commie? What? I mean,
No, I don't want shredded lettuce. I want
Shredded lettuce belongs on tacos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blankets of lettuce belong on sandwiches.
I love lettuce blankets. They're cozy.
no, because you go to bite into the sandwich and you don't bite completely through the lettuce and pull everything out of the damn sandwich on the lettuce bed.
This is what teeth are for.
Bed.
This is what teeth are for, Rusty. It's the snap. It's part of the textural, the
Experience.
Yes, the heartbeat of the sandwich is lettuce.
No, even when I had teeth, sometimes I would bite through and it would feel like you bit through, and then you go to pull the sandwich away and it pulls everything out of the damn sandwich. No.
What are you're doing it wrong? Okay, let me ask you.
The lettuce must have been limp.
There you go. There's that. But let
You
me
didn't
ask
fluff
you,
it first.
Rusty, how much taste does the lettuce have? Like actual flavor comes from lettuce.
It's got that fresh green kind
Earthy.
of earthy, watery kind of, you get fresh.
Yes.
Crisp.
Yeah.
But then she says it, crisp.
Crisp texture.
Right. You don't get crisp. I'm almost slipping already, and it's the first 5 minutes. Crisp texture from shredded lettuce. It just kind of moves around in your face hole. It doesn't really snap when you bite it off. Like, okay. Would you rather have a full pickle slice or
Yes.
relish?
Oh, sorry.
I would rather have relish.
Well, okay. You're proving it's teeth. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, a full pickle is a nice thing.
Well, that's what she said, but that's besides the point. Melissa has her hand raised. Yes, ma'am.
But I do like rough cut relish.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. That I will agree with. It's substantial, which is the blanket of lettuce we prefer on a sandwich. We will say 75% of people, at least on this show, check local listings. I don't know.
Did you take a poll?
I did. The three of us, as opposed to you.
Yeah. Sean took a poll, all right.
I'm going to shove it right. Anyway. I mean, look, ask the listening audience. I think they would agree with us.
Well, whatever.
What?
Oh, okay. All right. Since we're talking about it like this, you mean a whole pickle on the sandwich or a pickle on the side?
Oh, either one. Not a whole. Well, okay. I agree. If it's on the side, yeah, a spear, a whole pickle, a half pickle, whatever. On the sandwich, it better be sliced, whether it's in a circular or lengthwise.
Like hamburger chips.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Or stackers from Vlasic.
Those are the best.
They're not a sponsor. I was just saying.
Snappy stackers.
Snappy knickers.
Whoa, easy there.
I've been listening to a British book on Audible, so I get all these Britishisms.
Let's say a quick hello to Sean Bowden, Leslie Holker, Barbara Danko. I seen Mr. Timothy Ratliff. What's up, brother?
Big Country's in the house too.
Big Country.
Rocky.
Yeah, Big Rat.
Yeah. Facebook people. Go ahead.
No.
Rocky Lee and Samantha Kayowski.
What? Samantha? Is that a new list?
That Jason Goki guy, he missed last week that he was the very first person named on the naughty list. He tried to tell me, he swore up and down that he wasn't on the naughty list.
Right.
Jason.
All our favorites are here and more because there's hundreds of people watching, but I only see a couple names chatting. So if you want to get a shout out, say
None
hi.
of my friends chat or post anything, but they're all imaginary anyway. So
Peekaboo tweets out a GIF of the Seinfeld GIF. It says a live program on Mojo. This is going to be huge.
Yeah,
I suppose at this time of year that is pretty huge.
Where do I go to find it?
The Peekapool on the Twitters. He tagged you.
Oh, on the.
Oh, okay. Good.
I have to correct Sean. He said hundreds of people are watching.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
We do. We have hundreds of people right now that are
Hundreds.
hearing our voice around the world.
Wow, and
Hundreds of thousands.
I hope they all know that they could win $1 million. They could.
Good.
You can. You could absolutely win $1 million.
Not from us,
Well, how do you know?
but somewhere out there.
But we have
Somewhere.
sponsors.
From
They give
something.
Mm-hmm.
they give products away. Maybe it's $1 million in ketchup packets. What do you know?
Hey, I learned something this last week in doing a review of some of the stats and the figures and the statistics and the numbers and the stuff. Yeah, we are number one among
What?
transgendered massage therapists in Botswana.
Whoa.
Right.
Is this a person who is a therapist who is also transgendered, or is this a person who gives massages to transgendered people?
Yes.
I didn't
Or
look
yet.
into it that carefully.
Come on.
All of our proceeds are going to the poor children with the taint rickets, right?
Ain't
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Leslie
Making
Hall,
sure.
Leslie over there on the Off Track Syndicate Facebook page says that there's some people who listen in secret.
They
Absolutely.
do. There are some closet off trackers.
They don't want anyone to know they listen to this shit show. I will agree with that, Leslie.
Tech Roo's in the house, y'all.
Good evening, Mr. Techroo, without a pouch.
no
Oh.
pouch. Well, he says he doesn't have a pouch.
I don't believe it.
He has a fanny pack. That counts, right?
We gave him a pouch.
Right.
That's right.
Does he wear it?
In
Yeah,
secret.
I heard he wears it all over the place.
You might.
He
Yeah.
can put his coins in there.
Yeah.
It doubles as a coin purse.
Have you guys ever heard of Canadians being labeled as polite?
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, that they're always just really nice and stuff. But then there's that Mike Phillips.
Not to us. They don't like
And
that.
that one chick,
Yeah, that one chick.
hmm,
But we really like her.
Vanessa.
Well,
That wasn't my experience when I went to Canada because
yeah,
they're French
yeah, right. Well, Quebec.
and all.
Well, I call it something different. Sounds vaguely similar to Quebec. There's a couple other E and an R. And
Holy crap. Rocky Stucci is
good evening, Mr. Stucci.
on. Wow.
Merry
Mr.
Christmas, Doji.
¿Cómo está?
Do you like my
maybe-
hat?
maybe-
Do you like my hat? Yeah.
No, Rocky's up there close to the Canadians.
We got two Rockies.
Oh,
Who else has two Rockies
Hey,
That's
two
true.
Rockies.
watching
have
at the
two
same
Rockies.
time?
Right.
And they're both hot. So
Jennifer
we're good.
Owens May got her 32nd Dick Fire shirt today.
She did?
Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, she
You
did.
got it. I hope she's wearing it. Send us a picture, please. Oh,
Wow.
you know, Rusty, I see you're wearing your off track merchandise. The very first off track
Nice.
merchandise you put out there, of course.
Speaking of two Rockies,
Yeah.
So if you're looking to buy some new off track merch, that we actually put out 3 new things this week? 2?
Yeah. Yeah. 2 or 3 new. I
Yeah,
lost
new
count. I was
shirts, hoodies.
doing it.
I didn't put out anything at all, and I'm not proud of that.
Oh,
I'm sorry, you should fix that. But yeah, go over to our Facebook page, Off Track Syndicate, and click the shop now button. It'll take you over to the Off Track Syndicate merchandise page, and you can scroll down through there. I think there's 4 or 5 different things now to choose from. I'm digging that. Well, look, Rusty came up with this nice idea of the train. We put it all together.
oh,
I
the
like
train one looks awesome.
Yeah, I
I,
like
I
that.
really like the "And to the Republic" for which it stands.
Thank you. Yep, that's it's a great thing. I think people are going to enjoy the things we're going to put out in the future too, because we're just going to keep going.
All kinds of random stuff.
Random,
Random.
like the show. It's random. Doesn't mean much.
I got to give credit to.
Gucci
and
loves
I-
the hat.
I forget his last name, but it was Mr. Levi, who is also a podcaster with my son. And I'm terrible with the names of the shows, and I'll try to maybe.
Westbine.
Thank.
But Levi, Mr. Levi, is the one that came up with that train, and he did that. And
Yes,
I was glad to finally be able to utilize that, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an awesome shirt.
Yeah, we like I said, we definitely have some more merch coming out. You know what? I want to get that coffee mug. Did we get that out there? I don't remember.
No, we didn't get that out there yet. We
need to do that one.
Exactly. We need to talk to somebody to see. It's not going to have. It didn't look exactly right. If it's going to have a white handle, I don't know.
I don't know that. And you know what? If it has a white handle, I don't care. I mean, I'd rather be black, because once you go black, you got to anyway. Stuff. And
So what about Canada? What were you saying about Canada?
all right. Two men broke into a house in Ontario, right?
Okay.
By smashing the door down with a sledgehammer. Well, it just has a hammer, but I guarantee you it had to be more than just a little ding, ding.
Wasn't a ball peen?
I don't know if he peened his balls or not, but one of them held the hammer over the people inside and demanded the money that they owed them. And then the guys who broke into the house with that said hammer. By the way, hello, Valerie Ramsey. Good to see you. The guys quickly realized it was a wrong house. So they've now threatened.
Sounds like Home Alone gone wrong.
Right.
So wrong place. Oops.
Well, yeah. And then they got the people down. They held this big, I'm assuming it's a sledgehammer.
Okay.
Over the people. Wrong people. These people didn't know them anything. Wrong house. So these two guys that broke into the house felt really bad about it. And they profusely apologized and offered to pay for the damages. And, of course, the homeowners, they weren't as nice.
No.
They said, no. And they called the cops. And these two jackass Canadians were arrested.
Wow, those homeowners are so ungrateful.
No, I mean...
Oh, my gosh.
Look what 2020 has done. Even the Canadians are no longer polite.
Oh, man, less than a week before that sounder goes away.
I can't wait. I don't want to hear that. Anyway, you can't break someone's door down and beat them. Well, threaten them to be beaten with a hammer. Just say, "Oh, my bad. See you later." It doesn't fly. In my parts, like this part, you get shot. Crickets. No. What? Nothing.
Well, I
Nothing?
guess they're probably
that was in
lucky
Canada. That was in Canada.
Yeah,
that's why nobody brought up.
Right.
Nobody brought up some guns.
No one brought a gun to a hammer fight.
So if they'd have done that here in America, there's a good chance they would.
Yeah, you'd been well.
Depending on the state.
Or
I mean, if they went to somewhere with a
McCloskey's,
Biden
right?
sign in the front yard, they'd probably be okay.
Well,
you might decide to forgive
even
them.
Biden has a shotgun. He blows off a warning shot every once in a while.
Yeah,
Fire it up in the air and they run away.
off your balcony, wasn't
No, Joe, that was the squirrels.
it? You killing squirrels now?
Big
No,
Pharma
really,
Steve got stuck on the pickles just a little bit, and he says there's just nothing like a good peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
Hey, Melissa,
Peanut butter and pickles.
you have science bitches tonight?
Big Pharma Steve is
Yes.
a pregnant lady.
Would you like me to do a year
I
in
would like
review?
you to do some science bitches.
All right, let's do it.
And now, time for Off Track's most serious, hard-hitting segment. Mostly because we don't do serious or hard-hitting.
It's science, bitches!
Yo, bitches, it's science.
It's science, bitches.
Yeah, science, bitches!
Science.
Well, this is kind of long. It might go after the break. I'm not sure, but I'll try to speak as quickly as possible, but interrupt me when you want to talk. Because although I have in my science segments tried to avoid talking about the Rona, but it is inevitable to talk about it when we're talking about a year in science. It's a global pandemic. It's still here. And last March, we were supposed to stay home for 2 weeks to flatten the curve, but alas, here we are.
I like her.
Just like other science events, it became very politicized, especially in the U.S. preventative measures and the vaccine have strong political indications. And kind of like a rough, sloppy summary. If you like Trump, then you don't believe the coronavirus is a pandemic, masks are a waste of time, and social distancing is only good against Democrats. If you hate Trump, millions of people are dying every day in every city and every state across the country. Hydrochloroquine is fake news. Hydroxychloroquine.
I met a
Okay.
hydroxychloroquine the other night.
Really?
Hey.
Was it in that band?
She was at a Walmart.
And social distancing only works when you distance yourself from the pro-Trumpers. 2020 also brought some nasty ass weather. Okay, this is also when we talk about weather and a lot of biology and science, it is also politicized because it's the scientific community, not all of the scientific community, but a lot of them blame everything on climate change. And some people don't believe climate change has effects and other people do. Yeah,
Hold
Sean.
on. We got to clarify that a little bit. Climate change is real.
Yes.
The climate
changes every day.
Always changing.
Right.
And they have moved it from global warming, which originally in the 70s was global cooling, but they have somehow just flipped that and got away from that. It's all an agenda, and we know it. But now they're trying to hijack global or climate change, which is real, but they're trying to put a different spin on it, and we all know the bullshit. Okay,
And it might be for it to be funded by the government, right?
Yep.
So, but back up a little further here. Did you just say social distancing only works when you avoid Trump supporters?
I was being sarcastic because I said if you're a Republican, social distancing only works if you're social distancing against Democrats, and if you're a Biden supporter, social distancing is only important when you distance yourself from people that are pro-Trump.
Nah, I still don't believe any of that. I don't care who you support.
No, this is off track. So a lot of this is half of it scientific. Scientific. What do I got? The Seanisms are coming out now.
Roll with it,
girl. Some of it's sarcasm. So here,
what is the scientificate? Do you earn one of those in a degree program?
Yeah,
scientificate.
You can get a scientificate in organic chemistry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. So some of the things that are blamed on global warming, 2020 brought us some nasty ass weather. Australia had the Black Summer, and not a racist term, but over 27 million acres were scorched, and there were dozens dead. In the United States, California and Colorado had record-breaking wildfires, raging blazes, orange skies, and tons of destroyed neighborhoods. And on the other side, Siberia had a heat wave. So there's some global ramifications for that because a lot of Siberia melted. So
it was like 33 degrees in Siberia?
No, it got really, it was ice melting. And I'm not sure, I didn't read if they had any landslides or anything, but that was kind of weird for Russia.
Right.
In hurricane season, this is something I can identify with. I'm sure a lot of the listeners can. June 1st to November 30th, we had 30 named storms.
That's a lot.
We had, record-breaking hurricanes. Here in South Mississippi, we were able to dodge most of them until Zeta hit right before Halloween, which pissed me off because I couldn't enjoy my Halloween. I was gonna be all dressed up like Bloody Nurse Ratched, and that really pissed me off because but the Halloween party never was rescheduled. But anyway, yeah, I mean, at least you guys came down here. That made it all better.
Well,
yeah, that was.
We went. What they call that, Rusty? A polar plunge.
Yeah.
Polar in Mississippi. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cold. Well,
it was the polar Gulf of Mexico plunge.
Yeah, it was
cold. I'm telling you, it was
Cold
freaking
would be
cold.
jumping in Lake Michigan right now.
No, I think the water was like 65 degrees, which is not cold, but it's not comfortable by any means.
So a couple of the good things that happened as far as science goes was Bob and Doug. Their space mission through SpaceX opened the door to more missions in space, whether they're manned or unmanned. And a lot of other countries are getting on board with it too. A lot of countries are going to the moon now. China just went, it was the first week of December, China went to the moon.
Yeah, I think they
And
just
I don't
got
know.
reruns of what was that show?
Is someone playing a game?
Alice and something or other. Yeah, somebody's notifications are going beep beep. But
Oh crap, my kid might be playing a game.
I hear ding, ding, ding.
I'm gonna kill that kid. Yeah. Do you remember the raining lizards in Florida?
No. Oh, the ones that freeze and fall out of the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of cool, really. Really is.
Oh gosh.
You got more on this? We can come back with it and finish up if you want. Yeah?
We could talk vaccine.
Sure. Hey, we got a whole 3/4 of the show left. All right, guys, stick around right here. Off Track Syndicate. Be right back.
special guest. That's Scott Morris guy.
Oh, for the folks,
he said he saw my hat and he was thinking, fat guy, little hat. Thanks a lot, Scott.
What?
That guy's
so. For the folks listening, we have a split chat deal going on. We have people over on the Off Track page, talking. There's a few over there, and then there's a few over here in the Mojo 50, watching. And talking. Jason was asking, where is Barbara Danko? Well, Barbara Danko's over on the Off Track Facebook page, Jason.
Or is that Mojo 50?
And then Mojo 50 has they're simultaneously on two different pages.
There's people
so,
and they mix and they mingle and they go to different videos. But
right.
I think the important thing is they're always watching us.
Yeah. And look, now, Rusty, I'm just watching it. The numbers on one are decreasing, and now the others they're fluctuating. And we're on the YouTube
right.
also.
Well, our viewers are all Off Track fluid.
I don't know what they
right.
And they get around, obviously.
I don't think they know what.
So, that's a good
if
boy.
maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 of those viewers would go to the Off Track Facebook page and click the Shop Now button and grab a very inexpensive T-shirt as compared to maybe other places where you would go to buy T-shirts, go grab you an Off Track shirt because you love us.
Yeah, don't go purchase a Nike T-shirt. You need an Off Track T-shirt.
Yeah, no,
right.
no Nikes.
No, Adidas, despite the song.
Adidas.
Is Adidas still a thing?
Yes.
Is that?
Very much. Coming on.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back into Off Track Syndicate. We're hanging out. Melissa's getting her groove on over there. Before we get back to the rest of Science Bitches, I wanted to throw a couple things out there real quick. Racingforheroes.org. We've had Mr. Nick Joseph on the show. I don't know, a month or so ago. Not sure when that was. Recently, last week, I believe it was, the Daily Mojo had one of the guys from Racing for Heroes on in the morning as well. So go over there, check those guys out, racingforheroes.org. They do a lot for veterans, and one of their main thing is to they kind of explained it like there's a lot of adrenaline when you're, let's just say, in the field. I don't want to say in the field either. And I also don't want to say combat because it extends past that. But deployment, we'll just go with that word. There's a lot of things that happen, and people come back, and sometimes they lose themselves, and they need something to spark that that part of their mind. And one of the guys noticed that racing cars, every day he raced, he slept like a baby that night. And he's a veteran, combat vet.
I think flooding your system with endorphins really, it helps.
Sure. So he thought, well, if I can do this, I can help my bros and sisters. So they started this thing, racingforheroes.org. I highly suggest you guys go check that out.
Are we still planning on attending one of their events?
I surely hope so.
I do too.
Yeah, I really want to do that. Side note, just a very general statement here. If everyone, I talked to Nick briefly here. Just could you keep him and his family in your prayers this Christmas season, or just the holiday season right now. So also Warhorse Legacy Foundation, as you guys are very familiar with some of the folks from over there. That's warhorselegacy.org.
Rusty's butt is very familiar with him.
Yeah, pumpkin butt and stuff.
Yes, it is.
And kind of became a like an intricate part of Off Track, and we really
They become like our sister. Sister. Yeah.
Yeah, great people.
I feel bonded with him.
Yeah, the folks over there at Warhorse Legacy Foundation for veterans as well.
They're
And
into they're into bondage. Did you say?
No,
it's an incestuous.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of mojo incest going on.
Okay. Anyway, you want to get back over to Science Bitches with Melissa? You got more for this? What were you saying before the break there?
I was going to talk about vaccinations, and when I said earlier earlier in the segment, I was saying it's very politicized. The whole corona deal. So I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here.
Okay.
I know most people on the right, I'm not sure necessarily Trumpers, but most people on the right are not afraid, but refuse to take the vaccine. Even though it's not widely available yet, I think we're still on frontline workers. And so why are we hesitant or apprehensive or just don't want the vaccine? Let's say it's not mandated. Let's say, hey, you have your work or something. Hey, let's you guys can get the vaccine. Would you get it?
Yeah, some jobs, like all military, they have to get it. Am I wrong there? Right.
They're going to. They don't have it yet, but that's going to come down the pipe.
Hospitals, I think, all have to get it, and yeah, it's. I get it. You're working for somebody, but I'm torn. I just don't think anybody should be forced.
Well, we're all forced. I mean, when we're born, we get vaccinations. You get the MMR. Also, you get tetanus.
Right.
There's a lot of vaccines that we all get as soon as we're born. And then we have the optional flu shot. Also, the flu shot is not optional in the military.
No.
When I was in the military, did you know I was in the Navy? Anyway,
no.
Back in the 90s, it was when the anthrax scare. This is when I was on a ship. It was before I was K9. When I was on the ship, anthrax was absolutely mandatory. And a lot of people were discharged. I think they got RE4 discharges, which means it's not dishonorable and it's not honorable. It's like an administrative discharge for anyone refusing the anthrax.
Right.
So this isn't new. This isn't a coronavirus, Trump, Dr. Fauci. This isn't this isn't new news.
So have you, since you have exited the military, have you had a flu shot?
Oh crap! I don't think so.
I
think I did once because I wanted my son to get it for school. It's not mandatory for the schools around here, but oh no, it was my brother-in-law and sister-in-law just had a baby, and they wanted everybody to get a flu shot before they were around their baby.
Right.
And my son and I got it at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, I have not had one since leaving the military. You know, everybody's body is different, and that's, to me, that's my outlook. Even with the coronavirus, the COVID, we've learned, and I'm going to put that in quotations, learned that even some, well, I guess the O blood types are far less likely to get COVID-19. I'm one of them. Yes, I know a few people who have had, close people who have had COVID. I didn't steer away from that at all, and I don't want to say I'm fine, but I have shown no signs. You know, I've felt great, but I'm sure that there are other people out there who have O-type blood who may have had it. I don't know, but I think my point is I think everyone's body reacts to whether it's viruses or vaccines. Some people, when they get the flu shot, they get sick. I never got sick when I got the flu virus.
I got more sick from typhoid. The typhoid.
That's the liquid one, right? You swallow and
No, it's the one that your arm hurts for days.
Oh yeah, and
you get the headache.
I felt like a pincushion in the military.
Say what?
I felt like a pincushion in the military.
Yes. Yeah, we were experimental.
Yeah.
But Chris and Rusty, would you get it if it were available?
Negative.
No, absolutely not.
Not at this point.
No.
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 They rushed this thing through. It's the first of a kind vaccine. I've read some articles that indicate that it's not actually going to change your DNA, but it is going to instruct your cells on how to create the necessary antibodies. And then, of course, your cells will break it down and discard it. I'm not sure that I'm buying all that. They haven't had enough testing with this. We don't know what kind of side effects are going to happen with this.
I don't believe you.
I think that's how most vaccines. What?
I'm going to watch.
How many of you, and to everybody, the listeners and everybody, how many actual flu cases have you heard of in 2020? I have heard of one.
I've heard of a couple in Mississippi, but I've never paid attention to that before, and I didn't this year because
it's like the flu
news is on COVID.
10. The flu has basically dropped off the face of the earth in 2020. It's like non-existent compared to years past.
Compared to
right. Yeah. So what other illnesses or
the CDC did a big report on that they don't have enough numbers to produce any accurate flu counts this year because almost no one has died of the flu this year.
That's right. Because it's listed as what?
We wore the masks.
Oh no! Wait,
we saved everyone from the flu.
No. How many people?
Well, the reason why I was asking about the vaccines was because I was doing a little bit of research on it because it's scary to think about because members of my family are frontline workers,
right?
Healthcare workers. My aunt, I say aunt. I don't know why everybody else says aunt, but my mother's sister just got hers this morning, and it's very exciting for a lot of people because getting the vaccine means we can open up the government. We don't have to worry about small businesses as much as we have. But I wanted to know how the hell it got approved and tested so quickly. And here's what I found out. And a lot of it has to do with, the Genome Project.
Money.
We were able to read genetic codes more accurately now. And also the steps, we can
clone people too. That doesn't make it a
creating
good
a virus and going through testing. It's older. We have made some some technological leaps and bounds in the past, few years.
Right.
So
right now, at this minute, we are triggering Big Pharma Steve.
Okay.
We could clone a human being too. That doesn't make it a good idea.
But it's through the genomic
through the
sequencing.
Genome Project. Yeah,
they were Well, that was good. We were able.
This is a disaster. It's not. You guys have all seen like the documentary Stargate SG-1, right? There's an entire worlds that disappeared because they did genetic testing and changing of the modifications and the yada yadas, and all that was left for Daniel Jackson to find was the artifacts and stuff because the people were long gone. They're just dead.
This
the Asgard.
Well, they were able.
Gone.
The scientists were able to uncover the genetic sequence very quickly, unlike we've been able to do in the past. And instead of doing every
leads me to
step,
believe there's aliens involved.
every step in order, all the steps were done simultaneously. So there wasn't this long amount of time between steps like a normal 4 year. 4 years was the earliest before this vaccine was the quickest
Super
they ever got it.
advanced alien scientists.
All you have to do is watch the documentary, and it is clearly laid out in I Am Legend.
That's true.
When you start messing with genomes and doing all that crap, people turn into, whatever crazy.
But also, because it's a
werewolves
pandemic, a lot more people volunteered to be test subjects. So, and also, this wasn't just America. This was a worldwide collaboration of test subjects. And there were multiple companies working on this at the same time. But I guess, as this might trigger Chris, it is the mRNA technology, which was really the spark, the one that really got us through, because it was able to make the S protein that could read the virus.
No. We're introducing things into our body that are changing things that shouldn't be changed.
We do that all the
This
time.
is what's going to create the snake wolves in Illinois. And
hey, easy.
So the snake wolves in Illinois are really going to take out the people. The volcano refugees are dead. Man, it's not good.
Weren't they flying snakes?
I may identify as a snake wolf. Leave me alone.
Snake monkeys. I mean, it's all coming, and we do not need to be messing with genomes. No.
So, Big Pharma Steve, are you triggered yet?
Yeah,
Where is he?
He's on the Twitters.
I am so Twitter-pated. I haven't been on the Twitter in a long time.
Big Pharma Steve says, "Yay, vaccine talk! I'm just waiting for it to be triggered."
That's what I was reading un momento ago. Gosh, you guys are talking about Uranus. I mean, aliens.
Oh, aliens are on Uranus. I saw them. They waved to me. Uranus, not his anus. Uranus.
Not my anus.
Uranus.
Sorry, I kind of fell out there for a second. Sorry.
What, you get drunk, run your mouth, fall down? What?
No, my computer's a piece of crap, and it's trying to die on me. So anyway, I'm back for now.
I am so done.
Yeah, I've got a frontline.
Yeah, everybody's probably like, Melissa
worker.
really needs to stop talking.
I've got a frontline healthcare worker in my immediate family, and
you do. She's hot.
Not at all excited about a vaccine. And a couple of the nursing groups that she's in, it's split up about 1/3 to 2/3 for and against. And the ones that are against aren't like, this is a terrible idea. They're like, this got pushed through awful quick. Let's kind of sit back and watch a couple other people and see what happens. I'm with that. I think we should vaccinate all of Congress, wait about 9 months to see what happens. And then if they're all still alive and nothing really bad happened to them, and we go ahead and get vaccinated.
Plus, those people in Congress, they didn't lose their jobs or get laid off or anything last year.
Yeah.
Nope.
Huh.
Well,
I'm going to go see about this video game.
Don't do anything anyway. And so we pay them for nothing. They've got a 100-day work schedule this next year.
100 days?
Yes, this Congress is scheduled to do 100 days of work in the year 2021.
Why would they work so hard and so many days?
And they gave themselves a $40,000 pay raise last year, so we're paying them all more than $200,000 a year. The Speaker of the House, more than $250,000 a year.
I'm not impressed.
No.
Not at all. Rusty, I sent you a text a minute ago, by the way. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, none of us. I don't care which side of the aisle you're on. If you're in favor of Congress giving themselves a raise, or any politicians for that fact, every year of thousands of dollars, there's something wrong with you.
For real.
Like I said, I don't care who you are or what side of the aisle you may relate to, left, right, middle, whatever. If you think it's okay for them, this is what we should be standing against right here, is politicians giving themselves more money every year. This is one I think it should be.
And them negotiating with public unions for the same reason. It's not their money that they're negotiating.
No, it's not. It's
Get closer to the mic, Chris. I can't hear you.
people pay
I
dues.
turned myself down a little.
And then,
I'm trying not to be too loud.
Politicians. James. Okay.
I should be better.
No,
now,
be loud.
Well, my computer is acting a little slow here. Give me 1 second.
Very well.
It is. No.
Yeah.
I hate technology.
So on Room 13 this last week, they had a slip. It was like whiskeyism fish caught the whiskey, and it was bad. He was discussing a politician over in Namibia. He pronounced it wrong. The politician's name is Adolf Hitler, and he has recently been elected to office as a councilman. But
where did you listen to Room 13?
On a podcast. The Spreaker app is fantastic for catching shows after the
also
fact.
listen live.
You could.
Every
9 a.m.
Saturday.
on Saturday morning.
9 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. Mojo 50.
But he was talking about the erection in Namibia.
Okay. Huh?
The erection. He won the erection.
The erection.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I knew he caught the whiskey.
I want to.
I got nothing. I didn't. I must have had to been there. I don't
ask you. And this goes for the folks in the Facebook and YouTube. If you could have intro music whenever you were going into someplace, and it would play, what would your intro music be?
These answers would say a lot about a person.
The Rockies.
Yeah, there's that. So
You know what? I'm surprised we're talking about 2020 and nobody mentioned the most famous person that came out of 2020. Joe Exotic.
No. Can't. Nope. Not going to. No.
I actually forgot about him until I was scrolling through Facebook, and I don't know why he came up.
Yeah, intro music. I don't know. I like a lot of stuff. I have no idea what I would choose to be my intro song.
Holy crap, Chris.
Oh my God.
Wow,
Stop it anytime.
What's your intro music, Rusty?
Mine would be For Whom the Bells Toll.
I thought it was
that's
sexy and I know it.
I think that's actually.
Valerie said Brick House. I have to agree with her.
Yes.
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 Sexy
Yes,
biatch.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
That's Rusty's very marketable music.
Hey, what's your favorite number, Melissa?
6.
Why?
Because
That's not an answer.
it's personal.
Then you can't. That does not help my question.
You can't play.
That was my number in Little League, and I made the All-Stars when I was superstitious back then, and I thought number 6 was my lucky number.
What's your
number 12?
I know Rusty's is 8, actually.
Yes, you're
08.
absolutely correct.
That's eight.
Number 8 because it so applies to my life in so many different ways.
And why is it 12, Chris?
That was my high school football number. I don't remember giving Aaron Rodgers permission to use it, but I'll let him get away with it since he's doing so well.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, mine is 5. And I don't know how this started, but maybe it's a little Melissa.
Is that from that documentary about aliens short circuit?
Never heard of it.
Number 5 is alive.
Yes.
I don't know anything about that shit. Got nothing. No, when I was a kid, I don't know what you want. You can give me the therapy part here because I don't remember stuff, but it was a bad habit. I would be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I would count, and it's like, what is wrong with me? I can't stop counting to 5.
Sounds like a comfort.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But 5.
A comfort tick.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Something. It went away. Thankfully.
Look, talking about like a tick or something like that. Have you heard, Melissa, of mirror syndrome?
What's that?
And I'll tell you what this is, and you can see people doing this. Some people do this. When you're talking to them, they are repeating. You can see their mouth say everything. That makes me insane.
I'm always paranoid that I do it because I know my father. I just noticed my father does it now. Do I do it?
What is that? What? I don't think so.
I've never noticed.
I haven't noticed.
I don't do it.
I haven't noticed to do it, but I have noticed, and it what is it? Why do people
honestly, I haven't
brain?
researched it, but I will now that I know I'm not the only one that notices it, because my dad does it, but there's a few other people that I know, and it's kind of weird. And I mean, my dad's weird anyway, because he's my dad, but the apple didn't fall far.
Sarah Nichols says melty cheese butt.
What?
Sarah, you haven't
comments. Sarah Nichols says melty cheese butt.
Is that a tick?
I wonder about her.
No, maybe it's a recipe. I don't know.
Sarah hasn't sent me the. Never mind.
She hasn't sent you any nude yet.
What?
I'm saying she needs to.
Hey, what are you guys gonna do this weekend?
Hug Sarah. Oh, what are you talking about for New Year's Eve?
You're gonna hug Sarah? You're gonna fly over to meet her? I don't even know where Sarah Nichols lives.
West Coast, Oregon and Washington States. I think it's Oregon though.
Really? I don't.
Sarah, pipe up. Where you at?
Where your grandma?
In Oregon.
Sarah, where your grandma stay?
Where you stay at?
Tech Roo says that if the vaccine turns people into animals, there's going to be furries everywhere.
Oh no.
Miss Donna Renee Ivy says her number is 00, which is you can hit real big there on the old roulette with
$1 million.
00, double up.
Right.
And her call sign is blind squirrel. I don't know where that come from, but okay. Hey, blind squirrel.
Oh,
blind squirrel gets a nut.
Forgot.
What do you?
I feel like an ass. Leprechaun's birthday was the other day.
It was Merry Christmas.
Yes, and I was really
and
I missed it, and I feel like a big arse. So happy belated birthday, Leprechaun, Stephen Payne.
Hey, I still want to know what you guys are doing this weekend for New Year's Eve.
Oh, nothing at all.
I'm gonna eat Chastity's cheesecake.
Whoa! I thought you were going to stop it. I'm going to eat Chastity, and
She's making bacon maple cheesecake. So
wait, who? Chastity?
Mm-hmm.
I want a piece.
He gets that a lot.
Bacon maple cheesecake. Who?
Give me some bacon maple.
Bacon and cheesecake.
John, you some bacon maple.
Bacon maple.
Mojo Jedi Jeff Womack in the Facebook chat says his intro music, of course, would be the Imperial Death March from Star Wars. Come on, man, be original. What the hell? Everybody wants that as their intro. Come on.
It's funny because that kind of goes into the other question I was going to ask. And what is something you're obsessed with? I think we have his answer. Dr.
Big Pharma
Wolver.
Steve says that we're not as bad as some of the other shows, that there's some other shows that really, really triggered him, but we gave him a couple of twitchy moments.
Oh, good. I didn't derail him with talking about the vaccine.
Right. He's all right.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure he's a pharmacist, so he can find like a pill or something to take care of those twitchy moments.
That's true.
Or a suppository with
He probably enjoys
suppository. Oh my gosh. A Valium suppository.
Wow.
I have two other questions here. Let me start with Russ.
Okay. Uh-oh.
When was the last time you worked incredibly hard? That could go either way.
It's like 1994.
They make a pill for that. But anyway, and if it lasts longer than 4 hours, you should see a doctor.
Probably.
Or me.
Okay, so
I'm
the next
kidding.
question is, are you very active or do you prefer just relax in your free time?
I'm going to let y'all answer that question.
Both.
Okay, I'm asking everybody, but I wanted to.
It depends on how I feel, because even if I have downtime, I need to be doing something. But if I'm tired or if something hurts, then I want to take a nap.
A nap. Can you define what a nap is?
It's like a wet nap is a short wet dream.
What?
I think several. Whoa,
Go ahead, Rusty.
I think several people have seen me catch very short naps.
Cat naps.
That happens.
We have visual proof of said naps. And I had forgotten about that until Rusty mentioned that. So, hey guys, I think, because I've been out of the loop a little bit, we got some guests coming up here or not? Stick around. Some special guests. Y'all know them. Y'all love them. Right here, Off Track Syndicate. Stick around.
Yeah, we got special guests coming up. I've been texting with them over the last half hour.
I don't know why, but I'm really in a good mood right now.
I am too.
It's because you get to hang out with us.
I think so. Hey, before we continue, I just got to tell you three that my husband, the past couple of nights, well, since Christmas, instead of a studio, he turned it into kind of like a mini movie theater. Me, Josh, and Lincoln have been making popcorn, eating pizza, and just watching Christmas movies on that TV in there.
What TV?
I don't know. I think ever since the studio was in there, we turned it into like a rec place.
Oh, you're talking about in the shop?
Yeah, in the shop. Super cool. Yeah. But I'll be right back. Jeff and Tress. Haven't seen you guys in so long. I'll be back.
They're muted.
Are they in the witness protection program? They look a little dark.
And muted. Sorry.
There they are.
Yeah.
We have
All right,
bad
I'm going to
lighting.
hide my video and have a quick smoke break, and we will be right back.
I see.
Well, we're not really missing much with Jeff being dark. But,
Oh, bad Rusty.
He's going to fire you before the show
He's
starts.
going to fire you even before we get back from break.
So are we live? Is this thing live now? Or are you guys like...
Yeah, they can hear us on the Facebooks and the YouTubes, but on Mojo, we're on commercial.
Oh, so on Facebook they can hear this?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, F you, Rusty. Yeah. Yeah. To all my Facebook friends out there, F you, Rusty.
Facebook friends, you're never on Facebook.
That's right, I'm never on Facebook, so it doesn't really matter.
That's why he said it. Because if all his friends were listening.
I know, right?
Oh, my God. Except that one girl.
Then the elder's over.
Yeah.
Right.
So we decided that we're going to refer to y'all's show as a ministry from now on.
We meaning Jeff.
My goodness. I'm going to burn in hell for that comment that you just made.
Definitely a ministry. You got Pastor Whiskey drinking alcoholic beverages during the show.
Drinking a beer.
Okay.
Oh, well, I could pick up our sponsor and pour a glass of that, but that's another story.
So is that really like y'all's sponsor, or what is?
Yeah, Redneck Riviera, John Rich. You know John Rich. from Big and Rich.
Rich Solutions.
No. Big and Rich. Country music star. John Rich.
We don't listen to country.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Ever heard the song?
I'm going to go with no.
Ever? It's like,
okay, let me say it one more time.
No.
No.
Wow. Okay. They have been nice enough to sponsor Mr. Mojo River Fish and my beard growing competition.
That's totally cool. So what does it mean as far as sponsor? They just send you free whiskey?
Yeah, they're going to supply the winner with some product, if you will. Product. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
actually, it's already been delivered, but that's another story.
Baby steps, Jeff. Baby steps.
Baby steps.
We're still baby
meat.
So, hey.
Baby steps. Yes. So.
Oh, she doesn't want to play with you.
Yeah.
Want to come up here?
So, how have you guys been? Well, no, don't. Never mind. We'll save it for the.
Yeah. We'll save that for the radio, buddy. I like y'all setup. Everything's looking really good.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Now, if I can just get everybody else to look as good as me, well,
hello. Right. What do you want?
Oh, coming in hot.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, it was.
3, 2, 1.
I love being an independent woman, but sometimes even I need something strong and rugged. I'm not opposed to having a relationship that will last forever. That's why I got myself a cat cooler. What? You thought I was going to say a man? They're made in the United States and they come with a lifetime guarantee. What else could a girl ask for? Find your life partner at catcoolers.com. Catcoolers.com.
Welcome back into Off Track Syndicate, folks. Hope you guys have enjoyed your 2020, which has been a complete. Well, it's been like this show. It's a shit show, right? For most people. I mean, there's been a lot of things happen, not just around the world, in the nation. I'm not even going to go with that one thing that's happened to everybody with the stuff and the thing you put your stuff and stuff. Anyway, we're not talking about all that, but individually, I'm sure everyone can reflect back through the year and think of one major thing maybe that has happened to them, good or bad, regardless, or as Rusty would say, irregardless. Right, Rusty?
Irregardless. Exactly, yes.
Okay. But yeah, it's been a shit show. And one of the things that has happened to our show, Off Track Syndicate, in the past was we were joined by two, Jeff and Tress from the Jeff and Tress Show. And they're back for our last show of the year because, well, they're awesome and we love to have them on, and we wanted to show. You can't really see that one guy, he's got the hat pulled down like a gangster.
It's actually kind of amazing that you guys have been on for an entire year.
It's been 2 years.
I'm sorry, 2 years. Well, I don't really listen to you guys, so who knows? Dude, congratulations, 2 years. That's awesome.
I know, right? It was I think it was in December of 18, but
Mojo was the first
February 10th, 5 days after Doc took a jog. But yeah, anyway, that we've been on Mojo. But Jeff and Tress, wow, it's great to have you back. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. Thanks. I appreciate the invitation. We're always honored and to be a part of y'all's show, and it's a lot of fun. And, despite some of the people you hang out with, what we've decided though, Tress and I, we'd like to be able to take, y'all show, or a suggestion would be a better way of putting it. We really think that you guys should be considered a ministry.
When he says we, he means he.
Yeah, right.
You know, a ministry for the lost.
Well, we are
lost, like the island of misfit toys.
Yeah, something like that,
Ministry.
right? Seems appropriate. So, you know, it's just something for y'all to think about.
You know what? That reminds me of a story, and I don't have the story here because it's not here anymore. During the movie, the Rudolph, isn't it the Rudolph movie with the what's his name with the
Yukon Cornelius.
Thank you, Yukon.
You're welcome.
He there was a scene they deleted in this movie I recently read where he kept licking his pickaxe. Anybody, Rusty, can you look that up?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he would find gold. He would put his pickaxe in the ground and then taste it to see if there was gold anywhere around.
But I read that there was a whole deleted scene that covered so much more of that. Speaking of the Island of Misfit Toys, I think it was cool. But you'll have to go Google that yourself.
Well, I wanted to point out something else in Rudolph that most people don't realize, that at the end, close to the credits, it might even happen during the credits at the end, there is a horrible murder scene that happens.
No.
If you think about it, you'll remember it. The elf is in the sleigh and he's throwing out the toys with the little parachutes. Remember? Does anybody remember this at the very end? Well, one of the toys, the flightless bird, he goes to give him the parachute and he pushes the bird out and yanks the parachute away.
It's a bird.
And the little bird. It's a flightless bird.
Didn't we cover this? Birds aren't real.
No, birds are real. But yes,
no, they're not.
And it was a murder scene. He murdered that poor little flightless bird in a kid's claymation stop film thing. It's horrible. And somebody needs to do something about it.
Has anyone ever saved an animal's life or human's life?
I have both.
But really?
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Elaborate.
When
my oldest son was 2, and his dad gave him a Whopper, one of those little nasty malt ball candy things, against my advice. I'm like, don't give those to him because they're too small. And sure enough, he started choking on it. And so I had to Heimlich him and lodge the Whopper and other contents of his stomach, which was not really fun.
So I was in a similar, very, very similar situation. When I was approximately 19 or 20, I was working for a machine shop. I was a little gopher kid. I ran around and cleaned up and did all that kind of crap. And we were all on lunch, all the machinists and everybody, and we were all sitting in there and laughing and joking around, and one guy started choking. And seriously, got like purple and was grabbing his, the universal sign, grabbing his throat and doing all that. And all the old guys, I was the youngest guy there, all the old guys, they were beating him on his back. And I learned in 7th grade how to, do the Heimlich maneuver. And I didn't even think about it. It just happened. They were doing that. And I was like, no. And I ran over behind the guy and grabbed him like you're supposed to. And it came out. And yeah. And the adrenaline was so high in me after it was done. I had to go outside, and I went outside and threw up because it was so scary, that this guy almost died in front of everybody. It was crazy.
It is crazy, dude.
I have a story to share.
Please.
I was, I think it was like, I don't know, sophomore in high school. Buddy and I were skipping class, smoking a joint, and I'm sorry, I'm battling with my dog. We got him like a tug of rope type thing. And in order to keep him quiet during your show, I got to keep him entertained. So every now and then he's pretty strong. He'll pull me out of my chair.
We're gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sliding across the
I
floor.
got that problem right now too.
Okay. So, fix your shirt there, if you would, please. Yeah. So anyways, I purposely ran over a squirrel.
Tress has been working out a lot. She should be able to hold you in that chair. Just
purposely.
Yeah,
look at them
those
guns.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
No,
what-
Jeff,
Badass.
no, Jeff, that was completely opposite of what we're talking about. You purposely killed him.
Well, yeah, but see, I want to talk to you about the remorse that I felt afterwards. I mean, it totally ruined the high and everything. I mean, it was like I was just really it was a drag.
Buzzkill. Did you eat it after?
No. But I did make like an oath, a promise to God that I would never do that again. And so, as a matter of fact, there was a time where I think it was an armadillo. It was something big crossing the road. Hey, buddy. And so I was like, I'm not going to hit it. So I took my car and I ran off the road. And that was a lot of fun. I basically went four-wheeling in like a sedan. It was my dad's car. So that was fun. He didn't really appreciate.
No, armadillos are perfectly fine to kill.
Hold on.
Armadillos you're actually supposed to kill those.
Did you promise to God you would not kill a squirrel again?
Yeah. Well, not another animal. I mean, a squirrel, animal, anything crossing the street, right?
Anything.
Yeah.
Like if Rusty were to cross the street, you would.
Oh no, he's free game. Yeah. The promise is four-legged animals, not
You
two.
could just run him over and yell out the window, "You're fired!"
Rusty's game and marketable. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, it's story time, right? I mean, I just
Yes.
hear this, and you know.
That's a
Speaking
good
of story
story.
time, you guys, when y'all were younger and stuff, celebrating Christmas, did y'all ever like have story time with your dad, or stories about the Bible, anything like that, as far as like the birth of Jesus and what all this is all about?
Nope.
Yeah, we did. We did the
should have.
birth of Jesus story right before Christmas presents earlier tonight. Before I drove home in a snowstorm, it was fun. I found out.
Oh, yeah?
I caught a part of that passage that I'd never caught before. It said the angels named Jesus. So I'm wondering how they did that. I mean, is it just because they told Mary what the Jesus' name would be? Is that how they named it? Or did God have like a list up in heaven? He was like, I'm not sure what to name my kid. Give me some ideas.
He went to the book.
Like Geronimo
Its
or
names
Frank.
From BC.
Jeez.
And
Googled boys' names.
maybe there was a prize for the angel that came up with the best name.
Yeah, he Googled it on the Yahoos and decided from there.
That would make sense. Well, when we were younger, at my house, we went to church. I think more as a like a social thing than anything. Is like dad and mom would take us to church to be seen by other people, and outside of that, we didn't really talk a whole lot about God. But come Christmas time, my oldest sister would always make it a priority to bring her Bible downstairs, and before we opened up presents, she would always read scripture. To tell us, really what this is all about. It's not about the gifts. It's about the gift of Jesus, right?
Right.
And I didn't really appreciate it a whole lot because it just sort of took time away from being able to open up the presents, right? I was younger, of course, selfish and everything else. I didn't really realize how important it was until I got older. And so this year, I think I'm going to tell the story of Christmas to our kids before we go opening up because we haven't done it yet. Our Christmas is going to be New Year's Day. Because we have a blended family and, children got to go in between parents and what have you. So this year, our Christmas actually falls on New Year's.
And our children are adults. We should say
All
that.
right. Yeah.
So I figured it's never too late to give them Jesus, right? So I thought I wanted to run the story past y'all and see what y'all thought.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is from a book. It's the Bible rewritten in layman's terms. Makes it a little more simpler to understand. So the name of the book is God is Disappointed in You. And I'm going to be reading from the book of the Gospel of Matthew. Okay? If y'all want to be able to follow along.
My first name, so go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. All right. So Jesus was born in a barn in a small town called Bethlehem. Despite his redneck beginnings, everyone seemed to realize that there was something really special about Jesus. Even foreigners noticed him. Well, following an astrological sign, arguing the birth of the new king, 3 wise men came to Israel to give Jesus some really expensive gifts, including gold, which was the ancient world's equivalent of a gift card, frankincense, which was a kind of a perfume, and myrrh, which was almost the same thing as frankincense. Well, the 3 wise men were not imaginative gift givers, as you can see.
Yeah.
Well, not everyone was happy to hear about the birth of the new king. The old king being one. When King Herod heard the prophecy of the new king being born, he ordered his soldiers to be able to kill everyone in Bethlehem under the age of 2. Well, luckily, Jesus and his family managed to be able to jump the border just in time. After living in Egypt as undocumented aliens for a couple of years, they returned home and settled in a small, out-of-the-way town called Nazareth. And Jesus worked in the family carpentry shop, and when he turned 30, he decided that he really wanted to be able to, do his own traveling, travel the country and find himself, maybe do a little preaching along the way. So Jesus began wandering from town to town, mostly talking to people about life, God, and love. Though Jesus had an opinion on just about everything. Now, the story is almost over, so thank you for bearing with me just a little bit more. Jesus is quoted as saying, when you give to the needy, do it because you're a decent, caring person, not because there's a crowd watching. I see these guys in the marketplace who make a big show of throwing coins to a blind man, and I think, shit, why not just bring a trumpet player with you? If you need a fanfare every time you do something decent, then you're probably a miserable human being. It's when nobody's watching that God notices us most.
That's virtue signaling.
Isn't that precious?
Yeah. I love it.
Doesn't that just sort of sum up the birth of Jesus?
Yeah, absolutely. And
absolutely.
And
we have an important question from the YouTube room.
Okay.
Holly, the Miss Beaver. She wants to know, God is disappointed in you. Is that Jeff's autobiography, and can I get it on Amazon?
Oh, my goodness.
Holly.
By the way, that's Holly over there. She has a show. It's called Damn It with Beaver.
Damn It with the Beaver.
Check that out on Spreaker and iHeartRadio is by the way.
He's on all the platforms. Holly's all over it. So good show. Really is a good show.
Looking it, yeah. She's
but quickly going back to the name of Jesus. God picked that name because it means the Lord saves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Also on the 3 wise men story, I heard this last weekend an important take on them. So they showed up, and there were these 2 wise men, and one of them had some gold, and he handed that over, of course, and then one of them had some frankincense.
Our axe.
Right, and then
Leslie says frankincense is the gold of essential oils.
Right, and then the third one from the back, but he said, "But wait, there's myrrh."
Oh my goodness. Well, there's that.
Yes, we did make sure and get
just like
Riverfish is proud of that story right there.
Why?
Yeah. Well, it's good to be proud of something, even if it is stupid.
Well, that's because look, Riverfish has to be proud of that or something because it ain't that wispy beard. Just saying, bro. You better get to work.
Hey, so what's the deal with this beard contest? What's all that about? You guys are growing really ugly beards? Why?
Yes. Well, no, he is. I'm not. I'm growing a beautiful beard, but So it was a listener, and I still don't recall who it was that said that him and I should have a beard growing.
It wasn't Timothy?
I don't remember if it was Timothy Ratliff or not. He gave us that other idea, but I don't. But,
Rusty's butt, yeah.
So we both had, just some fuzz growing, whatever, and they gave us the idea, and so we haven't done any razor. I don't use a razor anyway. I use clippers.
Our Jesus tradition was we made sure that we watched before Christmas to get a Charlie Brown Christmas, where Linus gets up there and talks about it's a big thing in Charlie Brown Christmas. So that's where we got the story from. So yeah,
I love that part.
Yeah, I do too. That's my favorite part.
Well, so what kind of family traditions do y'all have, if any at all, regarding your kids and things now that once you had from the past, maybe, and you brought forward with you, or something new that y'all created, thinking, okay, I didn't like the past, we're gonna make it new.
I think
we try to make sure that a gift for each one of the 3 children is an activity that they go on with both of the parents or with one of the parents, but that is all their own and is something that's going to give them a big memory.
That's cool. I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Right.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to create some traditions, I guess you'd say.
So you don't have any?
Well,
so yes or no?
Don't you dress up like the elf or something?
Oh, I did. Yes, Buddy the elf. I did. That costume is in storage at the moment, so I didn't get to do that this year. I tried, and I was told it's in storage. So that didn't happen this year because I was asked again to be Buddy the elf, and by my kid, of course. He had such a good time with that. That was awesome. He got to dress up as an elf, and
that's important.
Oh my gosh, it was such a blast. And every time we go anywhere now, every time Willie sees a crosswalk, he has to hop across the crosswalk. And he's like, "Come on, Dad, do it with me. Hop." I need my costume. I'm looking pretty dumb over here. 50-year-old man hopping across the crosswalk.
Nice hopping.
Yeah, right.
My traditions definitely did not translate to my family now, like my husband and my son. And I think we are still creating more traditions. I was telling these guys during the break, we started movies and hot chocolate because our son, he's 10 and he doesn't really hang out. He's at that stage, doesn't really want to hang out with us as much anymore. It's more video games, more interactive with his friends. But for Christmas time, there's always Home Alone, Polar Express, popcorn, and hot chocolate. Oh. And so this year we just started. My husband has a workshop. Guys, what do you think? It's like 30 by 40.
It's big.
Workshop, but he has a divider.
Large.
And there's a TV in there, and we just set up chairs and kicked our feet up. I broke out the hot air popcorn popper, and that's what we've been doing for the last 3 days, just hanging out. The 3 of us. It's really awesome.
I am not.
Sorry, Gilly.
I am not into the whole be good to people during Christmas time. I think if you're going to be good to people, why must you wait till Christmas to show people that you're going to, that man is good and all? How about be good to people and do stuff for people all year long? And you can just say, hey, you're doing this for Christmas or whatever, changing somebody's tire. I did it one time last year. I seen the opportunity that I could stop and help a man and a woman change a tire. I give a ride to somebody broke down that was, stranded out in the middle of nowhere. How about holding the door for people and saying good morning or how are you, or to a complete stranger, and just being nice all year long. There's a concept.
Yeah, Tress, have you ever held the door for someone and they just walk out and never say anything?
Oh yeah. I still do it. Because there's more people will say thank you or hello or have a nice day.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can't stand it. I've gotten to the point now to where, I'll hold the door for somebody. It's either one, men or women, they do it. And they just walk by it, act like you don't even exist. Like you are a literal doorstop. And I'm like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And they just turn around and look at you. I'm like, really?
When I open the door for people, I usually act like I'm the manager of the store, whatever that store is. And I will sit there and say, hey, welcome, to wherever we're at. We appreciate your business. Thanks for coming. And I hope to see you again. And they don't know any different. And then they're like, oh, okay. But Tress, when she opens the door, she's so bright and so cheery. I mean, it's like, hi. I'm so happy to be here right now with you in this door. And she just smiles, and everybody. It's just a cheerful thing. I
This
love
is
it.
where
Dress
it
up
needs
is
to be.
adorable.
Oh, she does have an infectious smile, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Who's Jeff kidding? He opening a door. Come on now.
Well, he does. And when people are leaving the store, he's all, "Hey, thanks for shopping with us. I hope I found everything you needed."
Well,
I love it when people ask that. Like, what were you hiding the stuff that I needed, and how did you know what I needed?
Well, speaking of hiding stuff, it's not a real tradition, but we've done it a couple of years, is that, and we're doing it again this year with our adult kids.
Oh yeah, this could be fun.
Is our scavenger hunt.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we've done a drive around town scavenger hunt where we went out and hid notes and as clues, and they had to figure out where to go next. And but this year we're doing they're not watching, so I can tell you. They don't know, but they're doing a Costco scavenger hunt. And so we've gone and they don't have Costco memberships. They don't shop there, so they don't know where anything is. So we've gone through and we've taken pictures, and we're putting together a list. They're going to be teamed up with their significant others, and they're going to have a time limit to get everything on their list. Well, what they don't know is that everything on their list is our shopping list. So they're actually kind of gathering the stuff.
They're doing shopping for us.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get thing. It's all for us. But we're going to buy their memberships.
We're going to do that first.
Yeah. So
We'll be right back, guys. More Jeff and Tress on the other side. Stick around.
I was gonna say, this game sounds like you guys are tricking them into buying the things you need to make dinner that night.
Well, no, they're not buying our stuff. They're just going and getting it.
They gotta find it.
Have to.
a lot of it seems like things that they would use, and I mean, we've done this for a kid's birthday. We've done this for Christmas. We've done this for...
Yeah, the kid's birthday we did in the grocery store, though. We took him to a grocery store in another town. And, yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
I have found, to me, it seems like I don't know if it helps anybody, when you do it, but I like to do it. And maybe it's a weird thing. If I'm walking in or out of a place, I like to try to catch somebody's eye and meet them eye to eye and say, whatever, good morning, good morning. How are you?
Yes.
Just in passing.
Right.
And I don't know. It kind of, it's like they go, oh, hey, good morning.
I do that same thing. I travel obviously for work all the time. And if I'm walking in or out of a restroom, I don't know why. It's not like I choose it, but now that you said it, it reminds me, it's sometimes it seems that awkward moment, you're walking in and out of the bathroom for whatever, not to me, but because, I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? And I was like, what? I just came out of the bathroom. Now you're talking to me.
Creepy.
So that is kind of awkward.
That's kind
and
of
I don't care. Have a good poop.
Hope everything comes out okay.
You got to sit in stall number 2. It smells really nice there.
I just left there.
Don't forget, front to back.
Coming in hot, folks. Coming in hot.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back into Off Track Syndicate, everyone. Sitting here this evening with Mr. Jeff, Miss Tress. You guys, what have you guys been doing lately since we've talked last? What's been on your plate?
Wow. Well, we've been really busy. I mean, Tress with her job, and then initially I got furloughed from a radio network that I was working with because of COVID. Right. And that happened early at the beginning of 2020. And then as things progressed, everybody started getting home kits. So I eventually wound up getting a home kit. I mean, I've just been working nonstop ever since. So I'm doing radio in between, actually seeing how nobody really watches the show. I guess I can tell you what's going on. So I've got this other job, but I'll clock in on this one job, and then I'll go to work for the radio station, while being paid to
moonlighting.
Supposed to be working on the other job, right? So I mean, it's kind of like double pay without really doing much. So it's been a lot of fun.
Did I tell you your boss watches the show?
My boss?
No.
I know his boss. He does.
Well, she's sitting right next to you, so.
Yeah, well, there she is. So.
And there it is, right there. And there's that, right?
Yeah.
I've been busy doing these 30-day challenges, workout challenges. And I say busy because, they start off small and then you progress doing more and more. As you do more and more, they take longer and longer. Like, oh, this takes freaking forever.
Right.
And so it's not really so much that I can't physically do them as much as I have to make sure I set enough time aside to get it done. I'm like, I'm coming up on 50 minutes. Usually I do my workout 30 minutes, but so it's good.
She's
I'm
like
getting
up to
stronger.
doing 120 sit-ups now, and I mean all kinds of back lifts and leg lifts, and
Such an overachiever.
these challenges are freaking ridiculous.
Okay. Well, no. Okay. The reason I'm doing these is because Jeff's daughter, my stepdaughter, she's getting married in March. And I went with her and Franklin, and I helped her pick out her wedding dress. And she doesn't like her back. And so last month I was like, okay, let's do a back challenge. Let's do sit-ups together. And she's like, okay, that's great. So a couple of days after that, I got invited to this group with Chris to do a plank challenge. And I was like, geez, guys, I don't know. I'm already doing a push-up challenge. I'm like, oh no, come on, you can do it. It'll be fun. Okay, great. So I ended up doing all of that. And, at the end of it, I was like, oh man, what a beat down. So then my stepdaughter was like, oh, hey, let's do a back challenge. I'm like, okay. And then this group online is like, hey, let's do an abs challenge with a bunch of sit-ups. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And they're like, oh no, you can do it. I'm like, okay, great. And so not a matter of I can't do it as much as time. It takes a lot of freaking time because sit-ups are hard. I'm not a fan of sit-ups. They're doable, but I have to do them in sets of 20,
Yeah, that's okay. Why not?
About a minute to do. Well, because it takes a lot of time. A lot of time. Okay.
That's
That's
what
kind
we're
of my
talking about
issue
here.
here.
Time. We're talking about time.
So, it's one thing to do 20, 30 sit-ups, but when you're up to, 110, 115, it's a little time consuming. So doable, but I think next month I'm just going to do one challenge. I'm not doing two because that's just a lot.
So, Jennifer May over there, we call her J May. She says, I'm in. Oh, Chris, I okay, got to back up. Chris says who wants to know who's in for the challenges for January, and
I don't even know what it is yet, but I'm in.
Amy says she's in, even though I'm really slacking in December.
Yeah, me too. Hashtag me too.
Because I didn't do any of it. Well, no, I take that back. I was challenged just during your guys' plank challenge.
Yeah, you did one on the roadside, didn't you?
No, I did it right here in my living room in front of everybody.
I was under the impression you did one in front of and had witness, what was it, Puddle Sally or whatever her name was?
Who?
Puddles.
Oh my gosh. No, that's Timmy's caricature of, what's her name, Rusty? Parking Lot Puddles.
Parking Lot Puddles.
No. No, I did a minute and a half. I'd never done a plank before.
Never?
No.
Yeah, it shows.
Whatever.
I know.
Whatever.
I mean, have you seen me? I've lost a couple 5 pounds, but I'm like, no, this isn't my gig. It's not, just not. No.
All right, whoever's an admin on the Jackal Challenge page, go add Sarah. She's in for January too. Sarah Nichols.
Yeah, we're recruiting folks.
All right. Well, good luck.
So what are you guys going to be doing for 2021?
That's my next question.
Where's the
John-
off-track ministry going? What are y'all going to do? How are y'all saving souls in 2021?
We have an important listing for a 2021 goal here. John Kloppenberg jumped the gun on here in the YouTubes. He's going to continue to further his becoming more like Red Foreman, Al Bundy, Bo Bennett, Walt Koleski, with the social skills of a Howard Hughes. and he hopes to accomplish this by the end of 2021.
Well, good luck.
That's goals. Yeah,
Wow.
there you go. Goals.
Yeah, we're gonna take Off Track Syndicate. We're gonna take it. I think it's gonna be on one of the mainstream media networks. For about
Aren't we supposed to meet again in Florida? And hopefully, depending on Corona, whatever, is there going to be a MojoCon this year?
I doubt it.
Really?
No, I think we are going to try and meet up again. Like, if you're going to call it MojoCon, sure, yeah. Meet up again like we did in Tennessee this year. I don't know. How many people were there, Rusty? 20? Not a lot, but.
No. There were like 10 people showed up too.
Plus their kids. I mean, that one
had
chick
talked
brought all
about
her kids. You know, the old mother that lived in a shoe.
they didn't. So
Oh, we can take Off Track Con to the Desert Air Motel and Convention Center and RV Park.
Right.
Speaking of studio, it reminds me of studio back in the day. Is there a place to rent a studio in Fort Worth
Probably.
Oh yeah.
for a day?
For a day?
Well, for a few hours, whatever.
Yeah.
By the hour. I'm sure those hotels have them by the hour.
I know they're not 20
I
bucks.
think. I don't know anything about that.
No, but you need a place with equipment and cameras and all that
Producer.
stuff. Yeah.
You know a producer that would be available to. He said, no.
It's like,
Nope. Got nothing.
1, 2, 3, not it.
I feel like you're trying to suck me into something.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah. Now, I know a place where you and your misfits can go.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess you'll let us know.
Yeah. I'll get back
Do
with
you
Chris.
have a
It's very warm where you want us to go, right? I mean,
Yeah. No, there's some great places out there that would be happy to host you and everything. They do charge by the hour. You can rent it out in a block time or whatever you want to do. So yeah, absolutely.
well, see, here's how we can accomplish this, guys. If everyone over here goes over to the Facebook page, Off Track.
Off Track.
Thank you. And clicks the shop now button. They can go over and buy some merch, and we can use that money to rent a studio
And have a party.
and have throw a party, not
Throw
just
a party.
throw a party for the listeners who show up. How's that?
Have a party.
Well,
Sounds
why
good.
Fort Worth?
I don't know.
We
'Cause
had a
Rusty
good
wants
time
to-
there. We really like it there.
Yeah, Rusty wants to go see.
They
Red-
also need a cat
Red
cooler
Bron.
tumbler for this party.
Yes, they do need a cat cooler tumbler. If you will go over and buy a tumbler at catcoolers.com, catcoolers.com.
They got a promo code.
That promo code whiskey. That would greatly help us as well.
They get you 10% off on your cat cooler merchandise. Catcoolers.com.
So what kind of gear are you guys peddling? What do y'all have?
Got some
online?
shirts, some hoodies, men's and ladies shirts.
Shirts, hoodies,
Just started,
leggings,
so.
yoga pants.
They're
If we get to a certain threshold, I'm willing to order myself a pair of the leggings and put them on for photographic opportunities.
I'm afraid of that.
I'm a little confused real quickly. Let's back up. So you have shirts and you have hoodies, both male and female.
Yeah,
correct.
Yes.
Wow, you guys really know how to sell your product.
Well,
I mean,
No, we don't actually. So you,
what does it say? Why would I want to buy?
they're different. So
Rusty's got one on right now. Rusty, would you model that for us a little bit?
actually, he's not going to understand.
I was in a band called 30-Second Dick Fire. Yeah, there it is. Right
Now
there.
show him the back.
I
What?
gotta get up.
Wow.
I can't.
He's not wearing pants again.
Intern, fire that bottle.
Oh, really? See, this is why you need to wear pants for the show, Rusty.
I know.
You're expected to
I know.
model a shirt if you're wearing it. So
And then
But,
there's
yeah, it
you know
says off
hashtag
track.
derailed merchandise, and then there's the flag one I really like, and to the republic for which it stands.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
it's a republic.
not
That's right.
Damn it, people. Stupid.
a
Yeah,
we
you have
saved
to
our
go to
democracy.
Go to the Off Track Syndicate Facebook page and click the Shop Now button, and it will take you to all our merchandise. Look through all of it because we haven't figured out exactly how that puts it up there, but it's in there. So
What do you
just
mean you
go
haven't
look.
figured it out? It's real simple. When you click on it and you scroll down through there, you can choose what item you'd like to buy, put it in your basket, your cart, and check out.
Jen Clifton says we need a zip-up hoodie because she wants a zip-up hoodie.
I will get on that.
They have those?
Zip-up hoodie?
Yes, they have zip-up. We just have to change the design for the front a little differently because it's a zip-up hoodie.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's, just logistics crap. So, what do you have in store for your 2021 there, Jeff?
Well, actually, we're rebranding the Jeff and Tress Show. We're redoing our stage setup. We're redoing everything, the equipment, all of it. And we're going to be doing this in 2021. We are converting one of our rooms to be nothing more than just a studio.
Very nice.
And so I mean, it's going to be professionally done. I'm bringing in people to be able to make all this happen. So we're really excited about that. But we have to wait until my daughter graduated. I don't know if you guys know this, but she's now a doctor of chiropractic.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, we're totally stoked about that, but she's still in the process of doing her boards. She's got one more board to take and then to pass. And then once that happens, she will then be a practicing doctor of chiropractic.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Also, she's getting married in March. So that basically means that she's going to be moving out. Well, if I have anything to do with it, she's going to be moving out sooner than later. So that'll be fun, And then once that happens, we'll be able to regroup and revamp everything that we've been wanting to do and be able to make that happen with a little bit more ease. And we're going to change the locks on the door. So this way, none of the kids can actually come back home. We're going to tell them all we moved to Florida when in reality, we're still here. We're just going to give them a new mailing address. We're going to get a P.O. box in Florida. And if they want to reach out to us, they can just send us letters there. So outside of that,
That studio that you're building.
Yeah.
This one that you're renting out?
No, he's doing it in his house.
I know.
I know,
but I don't think he wants us in his house.
No, there's a couple of y'all I'd let in.
Just not us, right?
Well, when I say a couple, I mean Chris.
Chris, how much did you pay him?
Chris can bring. I'll tell you what. I'll do this. Chris can bring a friend. Chris can pick one of y'all to be able to go with us.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, that's okay.
No pressure.
No, that's okay. Take Rusty, please.
No, we got a restraining order.
Well, I guess that leaves Melissa then. She's the best looking one.
Oh, y'all are welcome here.
Yeah, I can totally sneak Melissa.
Oh,
yes.
No.
I do not fit in a suitcase, Chris. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
No.
So, out of curiosity, any of y'all wearing masks?
Negative.
Right now? No.
I wear one occasionally in the store to be polite.
Polite.
Yeah, the mask says pointless placebo. I guess sort of polite that I put one on, but I'm mocking everyone else that's wearing it. On it. I have another one that's a neck gaiter that says my mask is just as useless as yours.
That's pretty legit.
Well, there's that.
And then another mask that says I'm wearing this to make you feel better.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, that's nice.
I wear these when I go to like Walmart or other places. A lot of the gas stations and grocery store right here in my local town do not care if I'm wearing a mask when I walk in. I don't wear one.
And here's the thing: check local listings because some states, Missouri being one of them, you're lucky to even find a sign anywhere that says anything about COVID or mask or anything on their doors.
Really? Is that all of Missouri or just certain areas?
No, just a lot of places I've gone.
And a number of places in Mississippi when I was there to visit, they didn't care if I was wearing
No. And look, this is Illinois, and they care. I've been to the mall twice in the last week, 2 weeks. I don't know, whatever it was, week and a half. And no, I'm not. Walk all over the mall. And you get the looks, trust me. You're getting the looks. And I just don't care. As a matter of fact, Indiana here a week and a half ago, I was at a Hardee's leaning up against the brass rail that, you stand in line to go around through, and waiting for my turn to order. And I hear a voice behind me go, "Hey, man, thanks for not wearing a mask." And I thought I was going to have to jump up, whoops up his ass if they were being a smart ass or something. And I turned around, and this younger guy, probably, I don't know, 30 years old, whatever. He didn't have a mask on. I'm like, oh, right. You too, man. And he walks off. That was it. And everybody.
Did you guys kiss?
No.
Oh.
I don't do that. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I've been in places where, I don't wear a mask. So I've been in places and they're like, "Excuse me, you need to wear a mask." And I'm like, okay, well, if you want, because it's their store, right?
But you can show them the handicap sticker, right? And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I don't even do that anymore. I don't even do that. I'm like, look, if you don't want me to spend my money in your store, you're making enough money. That's cool. I'm out. And then I'll turn around and walk away. And I'll find another place because, trust me, there's always another place, But for the most part, everywhere I've gone, like what you were talking about, whiskey, people give you looks. Okay. Well, I'm used to being looked at. Trust me. I don't know if they're looking at me because of my handicap or they're looking at me because I'm not wearing a mask. I personally, I don't care. We're out to have a good time. We're doing what we're doing. And it's just the way we're choosing to live. I know that a lot of folks, we've got family that we've had some discussions with where they just can't believe that we are so inconsiderate of others that we won't wear a mask. And I'm like, well, where does that consideration line draw? How do you get to be the one to draw the line? Mm-hmm. I consider it, an imposed fraction on my rights. Where do we get to draw the line on that?
They weren't so very considerate when they stole the election or in talking to us about it afterwards.
Oh, dude, I got my Trump shirt on right here, my Donald J. Trump.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not taking this shirt off until he continues to take the office.
So that's going to stink.
So that's going to smell good.
That's why you see Tress is gone. Tress only hangs out here momentarily because, I shower. I just continue to wear the shirt.
How long have you been wearing the shirt then?
Ever since Joe Biden got president-elect Joe Biden. They gave him the title.
Allegedly.
Who gave him the title? Mitch McConnell or
whoever those, the college, the electoral college. When everybody sounded off and said, "Hey, okay, great." So, yeah.
So you've been wearing that since the electoral college met and declared that he won.
I don't believe you.
Hey, maybe we should come up with a product like a T-shirt that says, free thinking individual that people who don't want to wear a mask can wear.
That seems a little wordy. I don't
really?
know.
SMW.
That's 3 words.
Oh,
a lot of words.
And all those other words.
You mean syllables?
We could get maybe the marketing genius that is Handicapped Jeff to come up with something. Go.
I'm going to go with free thinking individual as my final answer.
Okay.
There you go.
I think
so you're just going to
free
copy
thinking misfit.
whiskey.
Yeah, because all these people who are like, "Oh, you're not considerate," really, because you heard that from the news.
Right.
Yeah, because you're not using your own mind. You're going with whatever the mainstream media has told you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a damn thing to say.
Right.
Period.
Agreed.
Yep.
I do try to take people from where they're at, but sometimes, stupid is just so you can't take stupid anywhere.
I don't believe you.
Like I see a lot of, and this is where I can, I understand this. Elderly people wearing masks, and you know what? Okay, maybe them, regardless of what they've heard, I kind of get it because they are taking every precaution because who knows how long their life is going to be. That fine. Look, if you do wear a mask, that's your freedom to do that. I have no problem with that, but don't try to impress that upon me. because
Right.
you live your life and I will live mine.
Here's
and we
the
can
thing.
just, yes.
Here's the thing. With a virus, just like with the flu virus, like with whatever SARS or MERS or MERS or
viruses
whatever
aren't
the
new?
hell it was. No, they're not.
What?
And yeah, I know. Isn't that strange?
Yes.
Look, here's the thing. Let's go back to the what you're supposed to do. Cover your mouth if you cough or sneeze. Wash your
With your
hands.
elbow. I don't want to correct you, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do absolutely.
That's new.
Let's treat this like you would treat anything else. It is not nothing new. It's not. It really isn't. Wash your damn hands. Cover your damn mouth if you cough or sneeze.
Seriously,
Hello,
people, it's just
step
common courtesy. We don't need to wear masks to protect the elderly. We can protect Whiskey and Jeff just by, doing things like washing our hands. It's good to take care of the elderly.
There you go.
SoCal Jen on the Facebook page just said, Whiskey, we are elderly. No, we are not. I have never received anything from AARP. Thank you very much.
I think what bothers me the most about it, though, is that we're wanting to wear a mask to prevent the spread of something that has such a high rate of recovery. That's what gets me. It's like, and the reason they're spreading fear is because they're highlighting the deaths of people in the media.
That's right.
Like, you know what? If we highlighted the deaths of people that died from other things like the flu, colon cancer, and things like that, then nobody would ever leave their house.
Almost nobody's died of the flu this year, though. The CDC's website said they're not putting out those statistics because they don't have enough numbers.
I'm going to take this to an extreme here. Maybe it's an extreme. I bet you the amount of people who died in a car crash decreased in 2020. Because if they were tested for COVID and they were labeled as COVID death instead of car accident, or however they label that normally.
So
that's
you're
true,
but the person who flew through the windshield because they weren't wearing their seatbelt and died when they hit the tree,
yes,
got labeled as COVID-19.
If they actually swabbed them and they had
they
COVID.
tested positive.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Look. If you
also there were a lot less people driving due to all the lockdowns. So yeah,
if you are wearing a mask because you do not want to spread your germs because you could possibly get somebody else sick, then from here to the day you die, you must wear a mask. Not just because of this, because you can make somebody sick from something else. So now, using this logic that they're using, you must now wear a mask for every damn thing. You have to wear a mask from now on because you could make somebody sick from anything. And you care about those people, right? So now you must wear a freaking mask for everything every day for the rest of your godforsaken life.
Wow.
This is insane. It's stupid.
I'd like to invite you to my next motivational party, Rusty. Wow, you're amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? I mean, real quickly, what's intriguing is that what gets me is about the whole mask thing is that people are touching things. And you have other people who are coming behind you and touching those exact same things. And other people, I mean, you know what I mean? All the stuff that's supposed to be.
No, God, please, no.
Sorry, we're always interrupted by last call. Go ahead.
Last call. Anyway.
I forgot what I was saying.
Because people touch things.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's just the whole prevention thing. We're not doing it. That's why the mask thing is a joke. If we really want to prevent a disease from being able to go and be transferred or not be transferred, we really have to shut everything down. And you can't have essential stores remaining open. You can't have liquor stores. You can't have grocery stores. You can't have any of it. It all has to be shut down. If they really want to shut the disease down in the way. So all of this is just smoke and mirrors.
Yes.
And that's what pisses me off most. Is like, I'm not I'm not that guy who plays very well with others to begin with. So
Really? Shut
yeah,
up.
thank
I
you.
never noticed that. Oh my
I find that
God.
hard to believe, Jeff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Who
awesome.
knew?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Look, there are like the restaurants, they're shutting them down, or because COVID doesn't reach the table level where you sit and eat. It only
Right.
if you're standing, of course, or COVID goes to bed at 10 p.m. when there's
Sure.
because that's retarded.
Our Starbucks down here closes at 3 p.m.
Well, that's okay because through
Because COVID
Starbucks.
comes out at dark or what?
Right. I know the rationale behind it. They're saying that they close it at 3 p.m. to be able to help curb the spread. I'm like,
Did
really?
we ever flatten the curve?
Oh, we did when it first came out. But afterwards,
I don't
everything-
understand why we want to flatten the curves anyway. I love curves.
Yeah, I like curves too.
Oh yeah.
They're in the right places, absolutely. So, okay, guys. Well, it's been a COVID show.
No, we normally don't do one. So
No, right, but it's also
yeah,
been a
we've
COVID
avoided-
year.
Yeah, it's been a COVID year.
Yeah, all you off-track people out there, just be happy. We were a live show.
Yes.
There's
Yes,
no
we were.
escaping.
Yes, one of the few.
Oh, this is
Yep.
live?
Yes, this is live.
Oh crap.
Yeah, we've been live for a couple years now.
Yeah,
Who would have thought? Yeah.
What?
folks, please
If
go.
it's live, how much time do we have left?
You don't like the minute. The music.
Hey, Happy New Year to
Got about a
all of
minute.
the.
Happy New Year to
About a
everybody.
minute left.
Yeah.
About a minute or so.
A minute?
With that.
A minute? All right.
Yeah, you got
F
any final
Rusty.
thoughts, Jeff?
F you, Rusty.
Hey, look at the bright side. You didn't get fired by Jeff tonight.
Didn't.
That's true. That's true.
For a whole
Actually-
hour.
Isn't that sweet? See,
There it is, guys.
I can be nice to people.
Hey, guys, I can't wait for. Let's just hope and pray, literally pray for better things to come in the year 2021, the year of our Lord and Savior.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, Jeff and Tress, thank you so much for hanging out with us at the end of the shit show that was 2020. And guys, we'll be here next week, Lord willing. Love you guys. Peace out.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year and stuff and things.
Fired.